welcome. In today's video, I'm going to explain to you how I understand it today, the process of creation, creating our world or allowing the world to be created. Now, we have to acknowledge the premise for all of this, that at the core of our being, the foundation of our being, we are the field of pure potentiality, the field of unlimited possibilities, or the state that is I am. Pure I amness. There is no me as the individual. There is just one source energy, which we can call oneness, God, source, as I mentioned, universe, unified field. There are many names that many people call. Now, from that field, we can choose any reality we want, any state of being that we want, that we desire. And of course, we want to choose something that feels good. And when something feels good, we are the most connected to God energy, source energy, state of being that is highest, that is loving, that is satisfying. And that's what makes us grow, makes us expand, and makes us feel alive in this life. Now, of course, if it was so simple, everybody would do that, right? Because we have been programmed throughout our lives. We have in our subconscious mind, we have a lot of limiting beliefs, thoughts, emotions that are stored, and they are more solidified in our body. Actually, our body is a representation of our subconscious mind. We can say our body is our subconscious mind. And through our subconscious mind, the external world is reflected. It is reflected with a delay, time delay. Now, because when we observe our reality, what we think that is outside of us, outside of our bodies, outside of our individualized self, we often observe it as it is, and we often give thoughts of however we are observing it, therefore we create more of it. We often forget that the external world is a manifestation of the past. Is not manifestation of the now moment. It is manifestation of the past. But at the same time, this is where it all gets a little bit complicated, but excited at the same time. At the same time, as we are observing the reality, we are creating reality. That's why I said we often create more of the same, because we don't realize that we are reacting to the past recording that has been already recorded in our subconscious mind. And when we start seeing it as manifestation of the past, and knowing that in this very moment we are also creating our future, programming our subconscious mind for our tomorrow, then we can look at the reality with, I'd say, different eyes. Now, how we feel is reflected outwards. That's why they say in manifestation programs, books, videos, that you have to feel as if you were that person. So basically, you bring it that vision from the unified field of unlimited potential. And when you bring that vision into yourself, you feel most connected with that source energy, you start to feel as if you are that, because everything is possible. And when you start to feel that, starts to solidify within your body, which means that your subconscious is being given new information of, in this moment, what you are creating for the future. And because you bring it into your body, into your awareness, you bring the essence of who you already are in another potential variety of possibility for you. You bring it into now. That's how you will manifest that in the future, because reality will have to match what you are vibrating. Reality has to match the essence of your being. It cannot give you anything else that you are not. It only gives you what you are. Therefore, no matter where you are in life, if you bring in that vision, connect to that vision, you can create another reality for yourself, or you can bring in the essence to match the reality that already exists. Because, in other words, everything already is. There is many versions of me, and there is many versions of reality. Now, when we are connected to our dreams, we feel excited, we feel passion, and we feel life in our life. And that gives us the feeling the closest to God, to source, to the universe. When we deny ourselves the dreams that we have in our heart, we disconnect. We don't disconnect in a sense, because we're always connected, but we stop being aware of the connection that we have. Therefore, the flow of energy cannot reach us. We cannot get inspirations, informations, guidance from our higher selves, or from that unified field, because we are closed off. We go to the lower states of consciousness, fear, shame, guilt, or many others. And in them, we feel contracted. Our body is contracted. When body is contracted, there's not much flow of life that can pass through. There is not much flow of light that can pass through. So if we are in that state, all is required to do is to recognize that we are feeling lower, heavier, denser emotions, because everything is a sign for us to see how far away, of how close we are to the source energy that we are at our essence. And when we are in those lower states, we have to fully feel whatever we are feeling. We have to allow ourselves to feel. We have to acknowledge that we are feeling it, because oftentimes we don't realize we are feeling something, and we deny the emotions. We freeze, we're not ready. But the more we allow ourselves to be present, practice the presence, practice awareness, breathe, be here now, in that moment, we allow the flow of energies. For example, if we have fear or shame, we allow this to flow through our body. Emotion, energy in motion. And how I like to see that each emotion, when we fully feel it, it doesn't disappear. It doesn't dissolve or leave us. I like to say that it actually integrates within us and makes us expand. So the sense of self is now expanded by that emotion and that experience. we become more whole with each emotion. And emotion, because it's energy, it also gives us more life. So when we allow ourselves to feel that negative emotion, like shame, we open ourselves up, we soften our bodies. I do a lot of somatic work as well as meditation, breathing, awareness practices. Then we allow ourselves to open up, rise higher, and expand our capacity to be. We literally become expanded, not physically but energetically. We become more whole and more unified with the field. And in that state, again, we are becoming more connected to God, more connected to source. And it's easier to receive guidance, to receive inspirational ideas that are fueling our life and that also are fueling the world, because they are gifts for the world. And when we don't allow ourselves to do that, we are literally denying the world the possibility to experience this magic of what wants to be created through us. And what wants to be created through us is God's energy that wants to manifest and wants to be solidified and flow through our vessel of who we are into the world. So the world wants to expand at the same time. By not doing that, by not following that, by denying our dreams, we are denying ourselves to feel close to source energy. We deny the world to experience the gifts that want to flow through us. We feel disconnected. We feel like nothing makes sense. We're not happy, and we don't feel fully alive. And this life is about being alive, right? Why would we want to reincarnate, be born into this world, if we wouldn't want to live? Why would we? For me, I'm beginning to notice more and more that certain things make me feel alive and others do not. Cut my capacity to feel the life. And I'm still learning, I'm still experimenting with everything. But this discovery that I feel excited to talk about how the world is created and how our dreams help the world to be created in a way that is aligned with our soul, gives me life. So this in itself gives me excitement, gives me life. What I've shared just now, part of this is already embodied within me, but there is a part of me that is hearing myself talk, and it's like connected to another stream of consciousness. So for sure, I'm gonna listen to this video myself, and I'm gonna learn from it so I can more deeply understand this idea, so I can more deeply live it. Because at the same time, I am a student of this life and I'm a teacher of this life. I'm a student of the self and I'm a teacher of the self. And we can be both. And I don't have to be perfect and perfectly embodied 100% in what I'm teaching, because at the same time, I don't want to talk about it from the limited space of my logical mind. I want to open up and allow the stream of something greater than me speak to you. And in this way, I'm speaking to myself. And because at the essence of existence, we are all one. Even if I'm speaking to you, I'm speaking to myself. And you are hearing yourself, but that's probably for another video. I do feel excited that this idea is finally sitting deeper within me, and I'm finally allowing myself to grasp it. It is sprouting. Okay, now I can take my breath. I think I've covered it all. If you have any questions, please leave me a comment below. I would love to explore more. Questions activate me, and I feel very inspired by accessing answers to certain questions. And yeah, I'm looking forward to record another video for you. Feel free to share, like, and subscribe to my channel. Sending you lots of love.